Hello and good morning and welcome to the Powerhouse episode number 5. We're going to discuss the weekly results, but also how did we finish the month of July using the Powerhouse EA. Here you can see the results. It was a steady month. We started the month at around 37% and we finished it at close to 40% profit. So we started around $3,834 in profit total and we finished the month well over $4,000 at $4,042 profit with really small drawdown. So overall this week was actually a better week, close to 0.7%, $83 in profit, helped also by the big aggressive moves on the euro-dollar chart. A total of 2.42 used and a total of 74 trades were closed during this week. And speaking of the overall month, we exceeded the 2%. We closed with a 2.13%. Again, not great, not even very good, but still decent. I honestly hope that next month should be closer to the 4-5%. The profit was $258 and 8.2 lot size were used and 252 trades happened during the month of July 2026. And looking how things have changed, you can check definitely the first episode to compare how we were standing at the beginning of the month. The average trade duration was a little over 5 hours, with a percentage of trades ending out in a profit of 70%, 70.45. At this moment, I still have some trades left open over the weekend from the Vigorous AI. And looking at this year's statistics, we had a few great months at the beginning of the year. January, February, especially March, with over $700 in profit. Then April was slightly slower. May was decent. June was actually quite a weak month for the Powerhouse EA. But July looks like we ended up slightly better. And looking at the percentage, it was 6% in January, 7% in March, but also we had smaller months like 3% in Feb, 3% in April, 3% in May, and 2% in July, and June was under 1%. Nothing really changed on the euro-dollar being by far the heaviest pair in the Powerhouse. Over 93% of the trades happened on this currency. And if you want to pause the video to check the 2025 results, overall it was somewhere between 2% to actually 6% that we had a stop loss on July. But still, even with that stop loss, overall the year was in profit. And if I look, since I started with this EA, I'm close to 40% in profit and over $4,000. And if you want to purchase the Powerhouse, you can use the link in the description. Much appreciated. ResponsibleForexTrading.com. Actually, the website looks slightly different. And you can find all the details about the Powerhouse here. It's 6 strategies, 1 coordinated portfolio. I appreciate the fact that you have 3 preset levels of risk: low, medium, and high. Low with a stop loss at 7.5%, medium at 15%, and high at 30%. I keep most of my EAs at either medium or high. And you can try a free demo for 10 days, and you have a 30 days money back guarantee, and you have full access to the complete track record for this EA. And for you to be able to use the Powerhouse, you're going to need a great broker, and IC Trading is one of the best. You can use the Forex, commodities, cryptos, indices, and stock at IC Trading. And if you want to open a new broker's account with them, you can click the link in the description. Thank you very much. Okay, and looking at the trades that happened this week, quite a lot of vigorous trades. Again, there were quite a few aggressive moves on the euro-dollar. Sharpshooter as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 levels here, and the sharpshooter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 levels at the same time. So there were quite big moves. Ranger, always profitable. Sharpshooter, vigorous. Again, sharpshooter, vigorous. Quite a lot of sharpshooter this week. A few crackerjack trades. Vigorous, again, quite a few trades. Crackerjack, Ranger, vigorous, and so on. Quite a lot of vigorous in the last few days. And I got caught in one of these aggressive moves with the first level being open at the price of 1.138, quite low, but the price moved against me. 1.39, 1.139, 1.1398, 1.141, and 144. So as you can see, the price really went against me here, all the way to 1.141. And actually, with this crazy aggressive move that happened here, the Vigorous didn't open new trades. It opened a new one at 1.144 and another one at 1.145. And again, it stopped opening new trades because if you look at this move, the move was quite aggressive, going from this level all the way to this level. There were quite a few trades open in the opposite direction, so the Vigorous was in a profit. But at this moment, I'm stuck in this trade. At least the swap is positive, so I'm not in a huge hurry to get out. The moment the trend will change, Vigorous will open new levels to help me get out of it. And like I said, at this moment, I'm using most of the EAs at a high risk. So Vigorous is at 30%, stop loss, which means high risk. The sharpshooter is at 30% as well. The Ranger I keep always at 30%, never disappointed me. And also the Crackerjack, most of the time I keep it at medium level. I kept it now at high risk. And when I say high risk, it doesn't mean that actually risking to hit a stop loss is higher. From my point of view, it's actually lower, because when I say high risk, it means that the stop loss is at 30%. It means all the changes and all the moves that are happening, if the drawdown is at 10, 15, 20, 25%, it still has moved and still gives you time for that move to go in your direction and go back to take profit. But if you keep all the trades at a low risk at 7.5, which is not a bad strategy, this means that if there's a drawdown of 10%, you're gonna hit the stop loss. Well, me, with a high risk and a stop loss of 30%, if the move is 10%, but then it goes in my direction, I'm not gonna hit the stop loss. That doesn't mean that this is the way to do it, because yeah, I can tell you that last year when I was hit with a almost 40% stop loss because of the crazy moves that happen, I wished I would have a low risk at that time and just be hit with a 7.5. So it's not a perfect solution, but this is the risk that I'm willing to take, and I'm quite comfortable that the Powerhouse will get me out of trouble. I've been using this for over a year and a half. So the Powerhouse handled the market really well this week, even though there were some crazy moves, and finished strong after a slow start of the month, and we finished with an over 2% profit. I was hoping definitely for more, and I'm pretty sure the next few months it will be higher than 3 to 4 to 5%. And if you enjoyed the Powerhouse series, you can definitely watch the Market Master and also the Architect series, where I do similar reviews, weekly reviews for the EAs, where I use real money and real accounts. See you in the month of August, and I wish you a very profitable week ahead.